He's 18. He can only grow. He can only get better. And I mean, the sky is the limit for the kid. So let's be excited. I mean, I think we have all the right in the world to be excited when a player like him show his quality.
They're talking about the number 9 then, the guys. Is he the guy to be knocking off the perch right now?
Right now, absolutely. Absolutely he is. And we should not be afraid of looking at Ricardo Pepi and saying, yeah, let's get excited. Now, let's get excited, but be calm. Can we do that? Is that an oxymoron? All I would tell you is this. Get excited about Ricardo Pepi because you're finding somebody who actually puts the ball in the back of the net and whose obsession is to score goals, whose only mindset is to be inside the 18-yard box to make himself available. And then once he makes himself available, he's good enough to put those opportunities away. But let's not get crazy and then fall into the Pepi mania, and now everything is great because Ricardo Pepi is here. No. Let's go back to the game in Honduras, and let's go back as to what that first half was like and how frustrating it was and how close it was for the United States to be in a much more negative position now than what they are. Back then, the whole roof was caving in. Ricardo Pepi scores a goal, and then the United States go on and win it, and now all of a sudden, you know what? We are the best in the world, and Ricardo Pepi is the best in the world. Not quite there yet. Get excited about Ricardo Pepi, but don't get carried away.
Was this the best test for the US against this Jamaica side, Stevie?
I don't believe it was, but at the end of the day, it's not about whether it was a good test or not. It's about winning the game. And you can criticise the opposition, and you can say that the US weren't at their flying best. But you know what? In the middle of a qualifying campaign, there's only one thing that matters, and that's getting the 3 points. It's winning the game. Now, when you can win the game and there emerges a young kid, then that's even better. So you're kind of looking to where's the little cream on the top of anyone. And in this particular occasion, you've got a young kid who, no question, has to start the next game because of what he did in this game.
And the other thing that helps out, I think, Ricardo Pepi and his movement inside the 18-yard box is the level of activity around him. So when you see Brendan Aronson running out of the midfield, then that gives this team something different. That gives this team dynamic movement in the final third, which then allows Ricardo Pepi to take those positions inside the 18-yard box because there are guys that are willing to run beyond him and getting positions where now they can provide service and he can finish those services.
Now, Jurgen, were you impressed when you were talking about players like Aronson here? There's no Gio Reyna, no Christian Pulisic, that the US was still able to come through and win this game and show that they do have other options.
Yeah, and this is the exciting part. I mean, you know, the moment, you know, Christian Pulisic is missing, John Brooks was missing, Giovanni Reyna was missing, and then still there are players in that group now. They know how to step it up. Obviously, the leadership is a bit down then to Tyler Adams and Weston McKennie yesterday, but other ones like Aronson, they know when to step it up, and they have already experience on a club level. And this group of players, they will only grow. They grow from game to game. Still, obviously, it's a melting pot, you know, and the real measurement comes then in 14 months down the road in Qatar. But it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see that 18-year-old kids, you know, step up and are confident enough to prove what they have. And I think it looks very, very promising.
Jurgen, there's a lot of talk now about Ricardo Pepi's future. As you say, he's just 18 years old. Where do you think would be a good next step for him to help with his progression as a player?
Well, I think every person and every player is different, you know, and every environment is different. I think he's in a very good place at the moment at FC Dallas. And so there's enough space for him to grow still over the next couple of years in MLS, no problem. Obviously, you know, if he continues like that and scoring at the national team level, more goals, then there will be interest definitely from Europe and maybe the opportunity for him to go. Again, you know, that decision is not an easy one because sometimes for 18, 19, 20-year-old, it's better to stay home for the time being just to mature a little bit more. And other ones, you know, they are ready to go. They can do it at 18, 19 and live in another country, maybe have to learn another language and socially kind of adapt themselves in a different place. So it's down to his family, it's down to himself, it's down obviously to FC Dallas, what they want to do. But to have just a player like him with those characteristics that we just talked about is something very special.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.